Good morning, everyone. I am Major George Bivens, the Director of the Bureau of Training and Education. On behalf of the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police, Colonel Robert Ivanchik, I welcome you to the graduation exercises for the 159th Pennsylvania State Police Cadet Class. Please rise and stay standing for the presentation of the colors and remain standing for the national anthem.
Ready? Face! Harry! Cut! Ready? Cut! Freeze and off! Hold up! Freeze and hunt! Ready? Shoot! Freeze and hunt! Order! Hunt!
Please remain standing for the invocation, which will be offered by Pennsylvania State Police Chaplain Tracy Brown.
Good morning. Thank you, sir. As we prepare ourselves for the opening this morning, you may choose as you wish to bow your heads, or you may remain as you are. Let us take and pray. Heavenly Father, this morning we come to celebrate the PSP class graduation, a celebration of the conclusion of months of mental and physical training. We ask now that you be with us in this morning's activity as we come together as family, friends, and officers together to celebrate each of these cadets' achievement as individuals and as a class. We now ask that these things are heard and done in Jesus' name. Amen.
Ready. Seat.
At this time, I would like to introduce the Executive Command Staff of the Department. To my right is the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police, Colonel Robert Ivanchik.
Good morning.
The Deputy Commissioner of Administration and Professional Responsibility, Lieutenant Colonel Christopher Paris.
Good morning.
The Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Lieutenant Colonel Scott Price. And the Deputy Commissioner of Staff, Lieutenant Colonel Maynard Gray. To my left is Captain William Colley, the Director of the Basic Training Division, and Pennsylvania State Police Chaplain Tracy Brown. We also have with us Bureau of Training and Education staff, Captain Joanne Reed, the Director of the Operational Training Division here at the Bureau of Training and Education, and Sergeant Adam Burke, Basic Training Section Supervisor. I would also like to recognize the platoon leaders and assistant platoon leaders for the 159th Cadet Class. They are A platoon leader from the Traffic Law Unit, Corporal Michael Bermudez, and assistant platoon leaders, Corporal Thomas Cobley and Corporal Joe May. B platoon leader from the Police Skills Unit, Corporal Anthony Liptock, and assistant platoon leaders, Corporals Chad Labor and Jason Loudermilk, and Troopers Christopher Blackwell and Jonathan Cox. Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished staff. Due to scheduling difficulties, Governor Tom Wolf is unable to be here today. However, he has provided video remarks to be presented to you this morning at this time.
Congratulations to all the cadets graduating from the Pennsylvania State Police Academy today, and to the families and friends who unfortunately couldn't be here today but are watching from home. Since 1905, the Pennsylvania State Police have served the Commonwealth with unparalleled skill and expertise that has been a model for other law enforcement agencies. The world is very different than it was 115 years ago. In fact, the world and Pennsylvania is very different today than it was when you began your training at the Academy in Hershey. Your department has faced challenges both familiar and new over the past several months. Law enforcement was thrust onto the front lines of a global public health pandemic that touched all aspects of our lives, including this socially distant graduation ceremony. More recently, thousands of troopers mobilized to protect lives, property, and First Amendment rights during times of civil unrest. Two very different sets of circumstances with the same result: the leadership, professionalism, and can-do attitude of the Pennsylvania State Trooper made things better and safer for Pennsylvanians. Much will be asked of you in the course of your career with the state police, and your profession is being scrutinized at a level perhaps unmatched in history. If these last few months have taught us anything, it is that we don't always know what is next. But I am confident that thanks to your training, the support of your fellow troopers, and the support of your family, friends, and your community, each of you is up to the challenge. You should be very proud to call yourself a Pennsylvania State Trooper. Remember that you are joining an organization with a reputation for excellence. You have the opportunity to not only honor those who came before you with your actions, but move the department forward in new and innovative ways. So on behalf of Francis and all Pennsylvanians, I thank you for your service to the Commonwealth and wish you safety, health, and happiness in your career as a Pennsylvania State Trooper.
Part of the Academy training curriculum, the graduates, assisted by the staff, have chosen a speaker from among their ranks to represent them at this ceremony. Selected from this class to address you is Cadet Blair C. Williams.
Good morning, brothers, sisters, family, friends, Colonel Ivanchik, Deputy Commissioners, Major Bivens, the entire Academy staff, and anyone else joining us remotely on this day that marks a new beginning for us all. Thank you for sharing what will be a defining moment in all of our lives. I wanted to extend my sincerest gratitude to everyone who has given us a brother, sister, son, daughter, husband, wife, or other family member, and sacrificed much of life's time and its moments without them for these past 24 weeks. Your sacrifice has allowed us to be molded into an irreplaceable asset that this Commonwealth cannot exist without. Our transformation began on January 12, 2020, with that first drive up the hill. We were quickly introduced to the big hats and the booming voices of the Pennsylvania State Troopers, who in the beginning terrified us, but who we eventually grew to respect and admire. To this day, there are stories told of Corporal Liptock's stone-cold demeanor, Sergeant Janos's antics and corrective insults, which stung like the murder hornets that 2020 brought us, and Sergeant Bowie's infamous introduction to us in classrooms 1 and 2 during week 1. All the instructors we had the pleasure of working with on the Hill took pieces of their professional prowess and transformed us from quivering cadets trying their best to stand at attention, awaiting that final goodbye to our family, to confident men and women eager to join the ranks of the prestigious Pennsylvania State Police. Throughout our training, we were expected to succeed in several different areas, including physical fitness, police skills, firearms, crime, and traffic. Many of these subject areas were foreign to us, yet our proven proficiency has earned us the seats we sit in today. While on the Hill, we ran hundreds of miles, seemingly all uphill. We fired thousands of rounds, spent several days at the driving training center, and studied for test after test, fighting the fatigue of 4 a.m. wake-ups and 11 p.m. bedtimes. This devotion to duty will serve us well as we hit the road, for although we have prepared, now is a more perilous time than ever to be a law enforcement officer. We have heard that often from instructors, guest speakers, fellow classmates, and troopers who endured the rigors of the Hill long before we did. But fear not, 159, for we have conquered all that has stood in our way thus far. We bear crawled through that first month, literally. We defeated the first calisthenics session, the first med ball session, and the first dip in the tank. We ate meals in 5 minutes and prayed we went unnoticed by the firearms unit. We learned to prepare our rooms just as the cadet handbook instructed. We studied hard, passed exams, and slowly began to realize just how encompassing the role of being a law enforcement officer in 2020 truly is. And then, just as we were finding our footing, the real curveball was pitched: COVID-19. A pandemic was upon us amid our already challenging endeavor to wear the big hat. The future seemed uncertain for us as we learned of a deadly virus that was sweeping the globe. Rumors flew. Some of us were certain we were heading home. Others feared we'd be stuck on the Hill until graduation in an effort to keep us healthy. And they were both right. But despite the uncertainty, despite the masks and the daily temperature checks, despite the brief time off, followed by a 47-day work stretch with a mere 3-day reprieve, the strength of spirit inside of us never wavered. And as that warrior spirit grew inside of us, something else did too: the bond we created with each other. Roommates became friends during those darker times, and friends became family. We learned about each other, confided in one another, shared secrets, dreams, and fears with each other. When one of us was weak, another was strong, and we used our strength to help other cadets in areas they were not as fortunate in. Some of us got engaged while we were here. Others found out they were going to be dads. Weddings were planned. Big life events were occurring every day in our personal lives. And whether or not it was clear to us in the moment, lifelong friendships grew their roots. It is that brother and sisterhood we created with one another that will truly see us through the difficult days that lie ahead. When the job gets overwhelming, when the paperwork buries us, when the media and Monday morning quarterbackers tell us how evil we are, remember the bonds forged with your brothers and sisters on this Hill. Remember the difficulties and personal struggles you overcame. Remember our call of honor, our solemn oath. Let those words serve as your guideposts as you navigate through the waters ahead. And if by chance you have a particularly miserable day, just remember, this is all the stress you have. And so, with that said, considering the current climate we are walking into, I'd like to end with a quote from a true warrior, Anne Frank. "In spite of everything, I still believe people are really good at heart." May God bless the Pennsylvania State Police, America, and each of you. Congratulations, 159. We did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present to you the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police, Colonel Robert Ivanchik.
Good morning. Welcome to the 159th Pennsylvania State Police Cadet graduation. I would like to thank the families, friends, and loved ones who are viewing this ceremony and for supporting these cadets through their training. Your continued support will be vital to their success as troopers. I'm sure you would rather be here in person today with these fine men and women to celebrate this moment. However, due to current guidelines and for the health and safety of everyone, we had to adapt our traditional graduation ceremony. I thank you for your understanding. To the cadets before us today, you reported to the State Police Academy on January 12th of this year, facing a demanding schedule with an expected graduate date late in July. As the saying goes, the best laid plans are meant to be changed, and change we did due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The past 6 months, you have been tasked with adapting to an ever-changing schedule, online training, and having your temperatures monitored. At times, being restricted to the hill to avoid contact with others. You have learned to social distance while continuing to be mentally and physically challenged by the Academy staff and accelerated training curriculum. Learning to adapt quickly is an essential ability of being a trooper, and you certainly have proven you possess that element. Your basic training has been completed, and you are ready for the next chapter in your career. You have been taught our core values of honor, service, integrity, respect, trust, courage, and duty. These core values and the training that you received while here at the Pennsylvania State Police Academy will serve as the foundation of your career and all that you accomplish. You have been given the tools you need to succeed, and now it is up to you to apply what you have learned. I am confident that you will use these tools and the knowledge that you have gained to excel as individuals, and as a team, continue to provide the professional police service the residents and visitors of our Commonwealth expect and deserve. During your training, you were cadets. Today, you have earned the rank that bonds us all together. Today, you are a Pennsylvania State Trooper. You are embarking on a career filled with opportunities, great challenges, and even greater responsibilities. By becoming a trooper in the Pennsylvania State Police, you are privileged to be a part of the first and finest state police agency in the nation. I encourage you to remember the service, honor, integrity, and sacrifice of the troopers who came before you, and never forget those who lay down their lives rather than swerve from the path of duty. It is also important to remember you will serve as an example for those who will follow you. As we lean in to face the oncoming waves of challenges, it is important to remember that we do not carry the weight of current events alone, but we must work together diligently to bring people together in order to move forward. You will be scrutinized for every decision you make and for the decisions other law enforcement officers make. But you need to be true to yourself, our call of honor, and to do the right thing, even when doing the right thing may be the most difficult decision you will ever make. Though trying times might test our resolve, I know we will come through this stronger, smarter, and we will continue to improve and excel, resolute in our commitment to providing professional service and protecting all persons in all of our communities. Being a trooper is a difficult task. It is sometimes only self-rewarding, many times dangerous, and at all times demanding. It is certainly not a job. It is a way of life. Despite these challenges, you chose this way of life. For that, I am grateful. In a time when many others pursue different careers, you chose to take an oath to protect and serve our citizens. This speaks highly of your character. You have proven yourselves to be worthy of the rank of trooper. I ask you never to compromise yourself, your fellow troopers, or this department. Always maintain your honor and integrity. I have full faith in your abilities, intentions, devotions to protect and to serve our citizens justly and impartially. On behalf of Governor Tom Wolf and all department personnel, welcome to the Pennsylvania State Police family, and congratulations on your accomplishment. I wish you a long and rewarding career as a member of the finest state police agency in the nation. Thank you, stay safe, and stay healthy.
It is an Academy tradition to present 6 special awards to members of the graduating class. Lieutenant Colonel Scott Price will announce the awards and their recipients. After the awards presentation, we will have the oath of office and badges will be presented to all graduates. Lieutenant Colonel Price.
Good morning. The American Legion has been participating in Pennsylvania State Police Academy graduation exercises for many years by presenting a special award to a member of each graduating class. From each cadet class conducted at the Academy, one cadet is selected by the members of the class and Academy staff to receive the American Legion Award as the most outstanding cadet in recognition of all-around academic, physical, ethical, and moral qualifications. Presenting the American Legion Award is Colonel Ivanchik, and the recipient of the award is Cadet Nicholas A. Sully. In each cadet class, members are singled out for recognition in the following areas: outstanding performance in physical fitness, the highest final average in scholastic endeavors, displaying exceptional abilities in firearms, for driver proficiency, and for extraordinary leadership. Our next award is the John K. Schaefer Physical Fitness Award. John K. Schaefer served as the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police from March 10, 1987, until his death on August 2, 1987. Those officers who served with Commissioner Schaefer will never forget his personal commitment to physical fitness. The award presented in his memory recognizes the cadet who has achieved the highest combined scores on a series of physical skills tests designed to measure dynamic strength, muscular endurance, and cardiovascular fitness. Presenting the award is Colonel Ivanchik. Based upon the results of a fitness assessment test battery, the recipient of the award for the 159th class is Cadet Nicholas A. Sully. Daniel F. Dunn served as Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police from February 27, 1979, until his untimely death on May 16, 1984. To honor his memory, An award in his name is presented to the cadet who has earned the highest level of academic achievement in each graduating class. Presenting the Daniel F. Dunn High Scholastic Award is Colonel Ivanchik. The recipient of the award for the 159th graduating class with a final scholastic average of 93.8% is Cadet Nicholas P. Gastaitis. Sergeant Charles B. Gesford was the chief firearms instructor at the Academy from 1952 to 1986, where he was responsible for the training of thousands of state police troopers, as well as municipal police officers in Pennsylvania in firearm skills. When he retired after 37 and a half years of distinguished service with the state police, it was the desire of the Academy staff to present an award in his name to the cadet in each class who fired the highest score in the department's pistol qualification course. Sergeant Gesford was 88 years old when he passed away on December 19, 2014. Presenting the Gesford Award is Colonel Ivanchik. In the 159th Cadet Class, the recipient of the award, firing a perfect score of 300 out of a possible 300, is Cadet Joseph W. Yarzab. Colonel Paul J. Shylock served in the finest tradition of the Pennsylvania State Police from his enlistment on July 1, 1953, until his retirement in 1980. He continued his strong driver training advocacy at the Northwestern University Traffic Institute following his career with the Pennsylvania State Police. He personified integrity and professionalism within the department. The award is presented to honor his memory by recognizing that cadet who demonstrated the highest proficiency in driver safety training in each graduating cadet class. Presenting the award is Colonel Ivanchik, and the recipient is Cadet Adam N. Romig. Colonel Ronald M. Sharp served as Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police from October 14, 1987 to January 15, 1991. He was the first African American to be appointed as Commissioner in the history of our department. Colonel Sharp was a strong leader and advocated for continuing education and innovation. During his administration, he led the formation of the department's first tactical narcotics team, oversaw the formation of the Commonwealth's automated fingerprint identification system, and instituted a strategic planning program to examine present and future demands of the department. To honor his memory, we present an award in his name to the cadet that embodies the key components of leadership, as did Colonel Sharp: honesty, integrity, vision, courage, self-awareness, and team building. The recipient receiving this award was selected by Academy instructors. Presenting the award is Colonel Ivanchik, and the recipient is Cadet Nicholas A. Sully.
From the time the class members arrived at the Academy on their first day of training, they have held the rank of cadet. The awarding of badges is the official moment of promotion from that rank. Along with the badges, each new trooper will receive a diploma, a copy of the oath of office, and the Pennsylvania State Police Call of Honor. Colonel Ivanchik will now administer the oath of office to the graduating class, followed by the presentation of badges.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear that I will support, obey, and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of this Commonwealth, and that I will discharge the duties of my office with fidelity. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, its citizens and their elected representatives. I will perform all my duties as a Pennsylvania State Trooper, honestly, faithfully, and in accordance with the law. And I will obey the orders of my superior officers. And conduct myself at all times. In accordance with the regulations set forth. By the Commissioner of the Pennsylvania State Police. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, the cadets will receive their badges. Brian W. Albert. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Matthew J. Box. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. David P. Blazevich. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. His badge was to have been presented by his wife, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper First Class Abby Blazevich, Equality and Inclusion Office. Gina M. Banacki. She is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Her badge was to have been presented by her father, Detective Raymond Banacki, Allegheny County District Attorney's Office, Narcotics Enforcement Unit. Jacob D. Bowser. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. Jeffrey T. Bushinsky. He is assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. Cole T. Campbell. He is assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. Tyler A. Cawley. He is assigned to Troop P, Wyoming. His badge was to have been presented by his brother, Patrolman Cody Cawley, Duryea Police Department. Matthew S. Chamberlain. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. His badge was to have been presented by his father, Sheriff Timothy Chamberlain, Columbia County Sheriff's Office. Noah D. Chapman. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Troy R. Chapman. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Casey W. Clement. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Leopold R. Cleveland IV. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Nicholas D. Colston. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Derek T. Kramer. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. Nicolo P. Cruciani. He is assigned to Troop P, Wyoming. Jeremy C. De La Cruz. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Cody F. Delfino. He is assigned to Troop P, Wyoming. His badge was to have been presented by his brother, Sergeant John Delfino Jr., Lackawanna County Prison. Joseph S. D. Williams. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Paige M. Nelson. She is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. Jonathan E. Eberly. He is assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. Michael D. Eller. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Zachariah E. Almarzuki. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Isaiah Espinoza. He is assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. His badge was to have been presented by his sister, Officer Jessinia Espinoza, New York City Police Department. Kyle T. Evans. He is assigned to Troop P, Wyoming. Sean T. Fay. He is assigned to Troop K, Philadelphia. Stephen A. Galmarini. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. His badge was to have been presented by his grandfather, retired Pennsylvania State Police Trooper John Toth. William G. Gerg Jr. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. His badge was to have been presented by his cousin, Pennsylvania State Police Corporal Joseph Gerg, Troop C, Lewis Run. Matthew E. Gordon. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Michael J. Gregg. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. His badge was to have been presented by his father, retired parole agent Jim Gregg, Pennsylvania State Parole Board. Nicholas P. Gustitis. He's assigned to Troop K, Philadelphia. His badge was to have been presented by his father, retired Pennsylvania State Police Captain Paul Gustitis. Hunter M. Hall. He's assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Matthew M. Hampel. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. His badge was to have been presented by his father, retired Pennsylvania State Police Captain Michael Hampel. Alyssa M. Henry. She is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Joseph A. Highfield. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Joseph A. Horner. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Milagros A. Hogan Ramos. She is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. Kyle D. Holmes. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Jacob E. Hook. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. His badge was to have been presented by his father, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper First Class Brian Hook, Troop N, Bloomsburg. Saeed A. Jabber. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Sean T. by his father, Chief Detective Michael Jones, Pike County District Attorney's Office. Harrison R. K. He's assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. His badge was to have been presented by his cousin, Detective Ian Rosenberg, New Jersey State Police. Justin M. Kemka. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Adam D. Kerwin. He is assigned to Troop E, Erie. Brian A. Kitko. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Daniel Kopek. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Kevin A. Coalition. He is assigned to Troop M, Bethlehem. His badge was to have been presented by his brother, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Michael Coalition, Troop M, Belfast. Chad E. Lammer. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Kelsey M. Landberg. She is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Avery M. Lavella. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. Thomas S. Laganza. He is assigned to Troop L, Reading. His badge was to have been presented by his father, Pennsylvania State Police Motor Carrier Enforcement Supervisor Thomas Laganza, Bureau of Patrol. Aaron C. Lonzo. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Brian J. Lautner. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. His badge was to have been presented by his twin brother, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Nicholas Lautner, Troop A, Greensburg. Kyle M. Lyon. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Stephen J. Mascaro. He is assigned to Troop P, Wyoming. His badge was to have been presented by his cousin, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Matthew Mascaro, Troop N, Stroudsburg. Patrick J. McDonald. He is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. His badge was to have been presented by his uncle, Supervisory Special Agent Sean McDonald, Drug Enforcement Administration. Christian R. McElhaney. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Martin J. Mahalik. He is assigned to Troop A, Greensburg. Dwayne A. Mock Jr. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. Robert J. Nardelli. He is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. Jacqueline Y. Navarro. She is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Jesse A. Nehanke. He is assigned to Troop A, Greensburg. Nicholas S. Price. He is assigned to Troop L, Reading. His badge was to have been presented by his father, Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Colonel Scott Price, Deputy Commissioner of Operations. Christopher R. Ramsden. He's assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Joshua M. Ravel. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. His badge was to have been presented by his father, Sergeant David Ravel, Wyomissing Police Department. Casey J. Raboski. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. His badge was to have been presented by his grandfather, retired Pennsylvania State Police Sergeant James Thomas. Warren C. Reed. He's assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Cody A. Reichert. He's assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. His badge was to have been presented by his father, Patrolman Terry Reichert, K-9 Handler, Exeter Township Police Department. Thomas S. Renwick. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Adam N. Romig. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Brandon K. Rose. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Robert L. Russell. He is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. His badge was to have been presented by his sister, Corrections Officer Heather Russell, Morris County, New Jersey. Robert M. Scatina, Jr. He is assigned to Troop P, Wyoming. His badge was to have been presented by his brother, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Daniel Scatina, Troop P, Chickashinny. Ronald M. Shaw. He's assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. His badge was to have been presented by his brother, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper John Shaw, Troop G, Rockview, and his father, Officer in Charge Ronald Shaw, Spring Township Police Department. Kyle R. Sheetram. He's assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Jacob N. Shearer. He is assigned to Troop A, Greensburg. Bradley C. Shirker. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Trevor W. Skripko. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Charles L. Smetak. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. His badge was to have been presented by his father, retired Pennsylvania State Police Corporal Charles Smetak III. Bryce A. Smith. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. Christian R. Sneed. He is assigned to Troop J, Lancaster. His badge was to have been presented by his father, retired Pennsylvania State Police Lieutenant Shelton O. Sneed. Tyler J. Streeney. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington. Nicholas A. Sully. He is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. Julio C. Sura. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. His badge was to have been presented by his brother, Detective Jose Sura, New York Police Department. Brian R. Tanner. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Terry J. Turco II. He is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. Julio C. Trejo, Jr. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. Jason P. Walliser. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. Nicholas M. Walters. He is assigned to Troop P, Wyoming. Zachary J. Weaver. He is assigned to Troop G, Hollidaysburg. His badge was to have been presented by his father, retired Pennsylvania State Police Sergeant Earl Weaver, and his brother, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Brendan Weaver, Troop B, Washington. Zachary P. Weinel. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Kevin D. Wezolowski. He is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. Darren M. Wheeler. He is assigned to Troop F, Montoursville. Alexander W. Whittington. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Blair C. Williams. She is assigned to Troop N, Hazleton. Her badge was to have been presented by her husband, Pennsylvania State Police Trooper Ian Hopkins, Troop J, Embryville. Jeffrey T. Wilson. He's assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Brent Wolf. He is assigned to Troop H, Harrisburg. Austin D. Wolcock. He is assigned to Troop C, Punxsutawney. Joseph W. Yarzab. He is assigned to Troop B, Washington.
Members of the 159th Class, 24 weeks ago, you came to the Academy with aspirations of becoming members of the Pennsylvania State Police. Today, you begin your career as a Pennsylvania State Police trooper. You have become the newest part of an old and honorable tradition that began over 115 years ago. As you move past your Academy training, I hope you feel a great sense of pride in your accomplishment. Wear this uniform proudly. You earned it. But please understand the great responsibility associated with this uniform. You are not only representing yourself, you are now representing your troop, this department, and every member of the Pennsylvania State Police. Think about the trooper you want to be. You need to truly understand and respect the power you are granted with this position and vow never to abuse it. You need to have empathy and sympathy as you will see people at their worst. You need to have honor and integrity as you will be expected to do the right things even when no one else is there. You need to have strength and courage as you will be at the forefront of incidents that you have only imagined. You must be mature and professional in difficult situations, even when others are not. And most importantly, you need to make good decisions at all times, doing the right things for the right reasons. On behalf of the entire Academy staff, we wish you congratulations and a long, successful, and safe career. It is a long-standing tradition of the Pennsylvania State Police to have graduating class members recite the Pennsylvania State Police Call of Honor on their graduation day. I would ask that all active and retired department members also recite the Call of Honor with our newest troopers. At this time, will all active and retired members please rise? I am. Benediction will be pronounced by Chaplain Tracy Brown. Will everyone please remain standing?
Let us pray. As we, Father, prepare to leave this place, we ask that you provide safety to all as they return to their respective homes, and that you continually be with these newly promoted troopers as they go forth to their new assignments. Guide them in both thought and deed as they go forth to serve honestly and faithfully the citizens of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania and those who travel through the Commonwealth as well. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Sergeant Burke, front and center.
Ready? Face. Helmet files from the rear.